Hi friends, and welcome back to Violin Teacher YouTube channel. I want to teach you Swallowtail Jig today. It's a traditional Irish piece and one that you'll probably recognize. So let's get started. This piece is in the key of D major, so it wouldn't hurt to start with studying or practicing, get your fingers in the right set. And that is high 2 on A and high 2 on D. And but let's begin. So we've got, and the very first thing you have to do is cross that 1 over between D and A. So I want to encourage you to just practice setting your first finger in the middle of 2 strings, and that might be a new idea for you. But this piece is going to move kind of fast. And the bowing is enough of a problem that you're not going to be able to hop, you know. So the bow gives you enough of a challenge over here that you can't be hopping 1. So put 1, when you set it down the first time in the piece, set it down right at the beginning between D and A, and then you're in business. Now that kind of blows some people's minds, because they feel like, well, if I'm setting my finger, wherever I set my finger, that's where my bow has to go, right? And so in violin, we often have to kind of work against that. Our bow and our bow hand and our fingering hand do often quite things that don't mesh in together. So in other words, you're playing a fingering on one string, and it's sort of setting there waiting while the bow is actually playing on another string. So that's tricky sometimes. But in this piece, that is a really good lesson for you, okay? And I think I said D major, but it looks like this thing's in E minor. Alright, so we walk up first, 1, 2, 3 on the D, and then we grab the A1 and then go back to the D1. So even before you do that, you should practice the bowing, which can be tricky for us as we practice the string crossing. Now notice that the bow goes A, down bow, and then 2 Ds. Well, that's an odd number of bows, so that makes the next iteration of it up bow. Up, down, up, down, up, down. The thing to remember when you're speeding it up is that the distance between these 2 strings is not that far. So don't have your arm just going crazy. Just let your hand do it. And stay close to the inside of both strings. One little tip about that is if you practice playing quietly, you know, try not to play loud. You could just practice playing really small and quiet. You can try to quiet down the angle and the wideness. You don't need to be crazy with, you know, going between the 2 strings. But that is one of the hardest bowings in even in like Orange Blossom Special and South's Gonna Do It Again, and all the really flashy pieces. They use that core triplet figure that is very tricky, and they add double stops to it and changing fingers, and it's just really, really hard. So, but this is the easiest part of it. So walk up. Hopefully you've got 1 on 2 strings. Now you hit the A and go back to the D. 3. Walk down. Now you're going to have open strings. Same pattern though. So you got A. Now on the A, 3, 2, 3. A, walk down. Same as the beginning, set your 1 on 2 strings. 3. Now, 3, 2, 3. A, 3, 1. Now, at the very beginning, you're going to notice sort of a little quick pickup. And because it's 2 of them, we're going to start down bow. And I would definitely do a up when you get to the middle of the second line when you're going up, up. So you could be down bow here. Alright, now we've finished with an up, and you go back to the beginning, you're fine. With the double pickup, and you're starting down bow, so that works. But when you enter into the B phrase, you have an up bow, single up bow pickup. So you finish the phrase, the first phrase up, now you have to go up again. 1 on A. So let's see what that would feel like if we just start it down bow. Gotta watch my bow a little better, looking at the music. Okay, so that works if you want to start it down bow. I like this being down, up, down, up. Alright, so let me talk to you about the fingerings real quick. 1, 1, and we're walking up to E, and then E1. So we go A1, and we walk up every note. Then we back up and we get stuck on E. Okay, so let's do that again. 1 and walk up. Get stuck. Now walk back. So you kind of walk back just to the 3, and then you're going to start this thing again on 1. Alright, so that's pretty straightforward. Very similar, but you don't get stuck on E that time, right? Let's put those two together. Okay, so in the music I see, but I would tend to play the C sharp there, so that's up to you. Then what follows in the last line is a repeat of it. Getting stuck. And then again, here's a spot where I would play 2 instead. The music, you can, if I haven't already said this, you can download it in the description. I would play C sharp there instead of B natural, which is indicated. And then the last 2 measures. So 3, 2, 3, open. Walk down. This time you don't have to set 1 on both strings, because you have time. You have time to hop. Okay, so let's run through it once real quick before we finish up. If you have any questions about this piece, you can leave them in the comments section below. Please like the video, and I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And here we go with a slower version, so you can watch the fingers as we go.